Yeah. Hello people, welcome to part 30 of my next stream of Final Fantasy 14. We're going to be doing the Coils of Bahamut today, which will probably take a lot, the cutscenes will probably be a lot longer than the actual fighting.
That they will be.
But first things first, I must unlock the Coils of Bahamut. Which means you're going to have a chinwag with good old Orion J hiding in the Awaken's hands. Orion J. Primal, was it Primal Awakening? Primal Awakening. When the Cinerary moon did wane. Don't know. You think he's Shakespearean stuff is good or just annoying?
I don't mind it, to be honest.
Yeah. Then sounded a blood-curdling roar. A new primal had roots. The portents gave us to believe. Those who identified yet lying below beyond our ken. But thy hand, 3 primals had been vanquished, and each returned to the ether. It was observed that the tremors foreshadowed this fourth grew in strength and frequency both. Belief the being doth quicken, and in time it shall become a scourge upon the land. Yet even as we pondered a course of action, a benevolent soul did arise, one who would forestall this threat. Though she is tender in years, she is true of heart and steadfast of resolve. She would solicit thy aid, though if thou was willing to proffer it. Least thy wonder this maiden is of our order. Thus did the Anderson strange ways consent that thy should assist her howsoever thou mayest. As soon as thou art able, he thee to Waneport, where thy petitioner doth await thee even now. Thou shalt, for the certainty, find her visage strikingly familiar. I'm going to speak with Red Alpha now.
Yes.
Share on there. And share on there. Okay. To Waneport to meet the mysterious individual. Today, sister. I'd say. It has been a wild adventure. I did recall my brother Alphino took a liberty of introducing us when we first and last we met. But for the sake of propriety, I'll say 11 year. I thank you for coming. I have heard much and more of your exploits. By your hand the Black Wolf is slain and his ultimate weapon destroyed. You are possessed of great strength and courage. That much is plain. I shall have no need of one such of you if I am to see my mission through to its conclusion. As you were aware, the violence of Dalamud Fall changed not only the face of the realm, but also the base of the realm. Specifically, it played havoc in the etheric currents, creating vast convergences of ether below the surface. Among other phenomena, this led to the formation of subterranean caverns as key points of stress. One such cavern lies beneath the Castium Mordens. It extends to only the gods know where. Despite appearances, Castium Mordens is much of the research facility as it is a fortress. Geisbal Belsar chose the site for no other reason than to probe the caverns by interference. As you went about vanquishing the returned primals, I observed a repeating wave pattern in ether corresponding exactly to the dates on which you were reported to have felled Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda. Upon closer examination, it became clear that these unique waveforms emanated from deep beneath the aforementioned stronghold. Currently, I recorded the same patterns during the same recent celebrations, and have since been given to understand that this phenomenon bears a disquieting similarity to one observed shortly prior to the calamity. 5 years ago, my grandfather invoked the power of the 12 that he might contain Bahamut. Alas, his efforts failed and he vanished together with his foe. I would know the truth of what transpired that day, of grandfather's fate and the metamorphosis that swept across the land. In casting light upon these mysteries, he will find a way to cure its ills this world. It is my belief that the answers I seek lie hid beneath within the depths of the cavern. I would have you accompany me on an expedition to find them, Mino. No. End of quest. If truth be told, I do not want to rely on others, and have thus handled matters alone, yet I am not blind to my limitations. Unescorted, I cannot hope to succeed in this endeavour. I swore that I would find a way to resolve peace and restore peace into Eorzea. If you desire the self-same, then aid me, as you have aided my brother and the Scions. Then I am in your debt. You are a woman of action, and I sense that we will accomplish much together. But let's not waste any more time. As I mentioned, casting within straddles the caverns I wish to explore. If I am to have the hope of reaching it alive, I need you to infiltrate the stronghold first and locate a path to the depths. Once you have done so, pray report the success of the Storm Private Jahruka, and you may consider her my assistant here in Winepool. I have every faith that you will not fail me. 12 speed your way, Mino. Right. Fight your way into the fortress. Or just fly. Fly right over their defences with a chocobo and go right to where the source is. These guys will attack. Yeah. Two little bitches. Fight your way through. Yeah, right. I've been expecting you, Mino, by your coming. I have taken you successfully located the cavern entrance within the Castrian Wardens. That is where it was to be found. Marvellous. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I am Jabroka. Jabroka is my name, and it's my honour to serve Lady Alisay though for the reasons of convenience at present I also serve the Maelstrom. This uniform accords me certain privileges. You see, in particular, ready access to the Maelstrom's regional scouting reports. They provide a wealth of local knowledge, including information on secret passages. Enough about me. I shall notify Lady Alisay of the discovery, and that she may prepare for the expedition. Though I don't doubt your abilities, none can say what dangers lurk beneath Castrian Octens. But for Lady's sake, as well as your own, please spare neither preparation nor caution. Pray choose your companion as well. Okay, did you find updated? binding coils of Bahamut are now accessible. There's 5 of them, isn't there? The original ones. I think you're rigid.
Yeah, he's fine.
Imperial Exploratory Site 237 yards. Cutscene. The scars left by the calamity. I can scarce breathe for the servant of evil. Tell me, have you ever seen corrupted crystals such as these? Such crystals manifest across the realm in the course of great river of ether are inconveniently altered 5 years ago. Beyond one of the objects is cordial realization, a fragment of the lesser moon, Dalamud. Ancient Aleg created Dalamud on meteor to use the Ghanaian name to serve as a celestial prison of Bahamut. The falling inflicted grievous wounds upon the land, wounds that have yet healed, as evident from the corrupted crystals. Amazing, Dunham's internal defence is still functioning in spite of everything, a testament to the ingenuity of the elegance. Guardians seek to appropriate the Termas technology, I'm certain. We're about to come face to face with secrets that have long laid buried within the sands of time. Great dangers may lie beyond, but we are to come too far to turn back. Don't care. ADS. She likes to talk, doesn't she?
Oh yeah.
Gods preserve. Dark wings that engulf the very heavens. These could only belong to Bahamut, the primal who laid Eorzea to waste 5 years ago. At Carton, my grandfather sought to imprison Bahamut anew by invoking the power of the 12. Alas, dreadwurms proved too powerful, and he soon broke free of his confines. Instead of resuming the destruction he had begun, Bahamut vanished. Hitherto, only one knew until this day. But I don't understand. If Bahamut is truly a primal, how is it that he retains his physical form? Did grandfather defeat him, or is there some other explanation? We press on if we are to learn the truth. clearing. Otherwise, that's what the guide says to complete this. It says just find someone who's a level 100. Don't deal with it. I did something. Well, since you've seen these cutscenes. Cutscenes took longer than the fight. Want any of this? I'm not even just going to trade it in anyway, most of that. Right. Very dose. Is it more down than you trade down? Really for coil 2. Oh, this pissed me off when I was trying to do this on my own. Oh, she used to make replicas. Oh. Really? Oh god, this thing. Do you remember the way? glad someone one of us remembers the one. That was easy. Number 4. Drive cylinder 1524 yards. Remix. I feel like I'm semi-useful. Ready for the last one, and then I'm at the second set. Final boss. I'm glad they changed these. Because these were monotonous, weren't they? This is going rather more smoothly than I expected. It is indeed convenient that I have a hero on hand. It's convenient I have a level 100. Gods that cavern should open up again, even at this depth. This resembles a finger. And so it should. And so it should. This is Bahamut's hand. As with the wings, it seems to be frozen, and for that I count my blessings. But again, I find myself wondering how it would be able to retain its physical form. I had assumed that the Bahamut's revision to the ether was the cause of widespread changes to the realm, but it's still here. Then the theory no longer holds. What was it then that brought about the realm's sudden regeneration? Is there still so much we don't know about Carton? I haven't the slightest inkling how deep these caverns run, but we must continue. Twinania. The binds that tie one. Twinania. Nothing in the realm. Silence temple. This contraption is used to control the saturation of ether. I suppose there is only one way to find out. The dragon you vanquished earlier. Doubtless you noticed a peculiar contraption around its neck. It is likely a receptor of some description used to enslave the creature. Ancient Alec possessed the means to control dragons, it would seem. Its guardians would kill for this knowledge, though to be sure it could easily be brought to bear against them. An army of dragons could turn tide in any battle, as the guardians once learned to their sorrow. I would not be at least a bit surprised if they now sought to exploit this power. Whatever their plans, this serves as another reminder of the might of the Alligans. One cannot help but wonder how so advanced a civilization came to fall. Because they're dicks. That's why. The ancient Alex are assholes. Gods be good. This is Bahamut's head. And that enormous crystal, it pulsed as if it was a heart. Then the primal that had awakened was Bahamut all this time. No, this can't be true. This would mean that grandfather died for naught. Confound it. We don't know enough to strike it at it now. We must withdraw. Who is that? No, it can't be. Grandfather, is it truly you? No, don't leave me again, please. Grandfather. Well, I know. We can do no more for now. But this looks like... How did we come to be in Northern Fanland all the places? Oh, but such details matter little. Grandfather's alive, man. Bahamut did not defeat him. Why won't he return to us? I don't understand. The expedition yielded more questions than it did answers. At any rate, we would both be better for a rest. Let us return to the waking sands and reflect upon what we have seen. Thank you, Mino. Without you, none of this would be possible. Free return to the waking sands. First things first, free return to the thingy to dump some shit on my servants. Oh shit. Easy the hat. God damn it. Right. Open the damn door. Roy J would speak of you regarding your experiences on the Binding Coil. Full glad I am of thy safe return. Lady Alice hath appraised me of thy many experiences. As thou wilt doubtless be aware, Master Louis Swale was my lady grandsire. Gravely concerned was I of her safety, that it would seem I have not been so. With all my heart I do thank thee for watching over her. But come, thou must speak with Mistress Alice upon that which transpired within the Binding Coil. May it serve to bring us closer to the truth of the calamity. Shall we begin then, Orion J? I understand you have a report of your own to share with us. Aye, my lady. Even though thou dost emerge from the depths, an etheric disturbance betokening primal activity was observed. In Mordona it was marked first. By comparison of the first time and magnitude, we could have deduced its origin in the Cartonu Flats. Strange. There have been no reports of primal activity in that region. It could only have been Bahamut. That would certainly explain how we come to be in northern Fanland. Somehow the cavern took us all the way from Vjolabrand to the heart of Arnard. It would seem so, my lady. Then it is all but certain that after Bahamut disappeared 5 years ago, he hid himself beneath Cartonu, and has since laid dormant, regenerated. Aye, my lady, taken together with thy own account of Bahamut's continued presence, the land's slowest to heal and disorder of the etheric currents, do point to that one conclusion. Bahamut's a sterith. If left unchecked, the primal shall drink of Eorzea's life force until doth waken the rain ruin upon the land. Rest assured, I do not mean to give up, Mino. Bahamut may still live, but so does grandfather. For the past 5 years he's been keeping vigil over his nemesis, making certain that the power does not escape. Master Louis doth live. I durst not hope, and thou art certain 'twas was mere manifestation of thy all too solely felt grief. I know how desperate this may sound, Andre, but I saw him with my own 2 eyes, as did Mino. He vanished deeper into the labyrinth before we had a chance to speak. Two more like fragments of dynamite pierced the earth when the lesser moon fell. One we have seen. If we could find the other 2, I'm certain we can find grandfather as well. If thou so believe, my lady, then I shall too have faith. If it pleases you, I shall notify the Grand Company of this development. All the Eorzean must stand united as we are to avert the repeat of calamity. That will not be necessary, Orange. Being a great consultator that he is, Alphinaud will seek to unite Eorzea on his own accord. If rumours are true, that endeavour's already well underway. So let us leave the diplomacy to the diplomat, and we continue our investigation of Bahamut. I swear to you, no matter what it takes, we shall find my grandfather and uncover the whole truth of the calamity. Mino, you have heard me swear to do these things, but without your strength, I cannot hope to make good on my word. The danger to Eorzea is not past. For the sake of all those who abide here, I pray that you will ever be our sword in the darkness. Another turn in the coil. Which one is it?
gonna do the savage version as well?
I won't do a savage version on stream, no. I'll do that on my own. Because all it is just a repeat, isn't it?
Yep.
Another turn to the coil. Are we going to have you delve deeper? Blah 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 blah. The crystal choked abyss lieth beneath the cartooning floats, an unholy cradle of an elder primal. And by thy hand have truths great and terrible wrested from those once celestial depths. As it is oft the case, an answer doth read by a profusion of questions, and the unknown doth beckon to irresistible allure. Near have the mysteries of the red moon lay so neat within our grasp. Lady Alice hath sent word of her coming. 'Tis time once more to brave the precipice and leap unflinchingly into the jagged wound that doth grape beneath the land. Mine apologies. I trust I have not kept you waiting over long. Mino, I'm delighted and rest assured that you have me at my side once more. I will not waste your time with trivialities. Let's proceed directly to the discussion of which we have learned, and that we hope to learn anon. Initially, there is evidence of a new problem that led us to delve into the caverns beneath Castry and Ottens to explore the subterranean scars left over the fall of Bahamut. As you would well recall, that we found was largely intact fragments of the fallen satellite, and within the depths of that structure we discovered not only the new primal we expected, but the broken form of Bahamut himself. Yet even this great revelation would soon be overshadowed by the appearance of my own dear grandfather. I have since shared our sundry findings with Rambrose, preeminent scholar of the Sons of St. Connach, and he in turn did kindly furnish me with the theory concerning the older primal's elegant prison. It would seem that Dynamo was constructed to gather unto itself the rays of the sun, and thence channel this radiant bounty unto the crystal tower. The ancients saw great potential in Bahamut's capacity to manipulate energies of otherwise unmanageable magnitude. This was this reason that they did bind him within the red moon to serve as his living core. Do you remember the sight that greeted us in the culmination of our journey? The colossal device that surrounded and seemed to cradle the incomplete form of the older primal. From the information provided to us by the Sons of St. Connach, we have learned that these contraptions have been deemed interment hulks, and that each bore the designation Ragnarok class. The purpose of these hulks is believed to be twofold. First, they are meant to act as a binding coils, rendering Bahamut incapable of escape, and second, they are meant to free him. Precisely, the self-same energy which prevents him from moving also serves to sustain his corporeal manifestation. Bahamut is permitted neither to die nor truly live. It merely is allowed to be. That's just evil. For century upon century was the elder primal thus imprisoned, bound about in the fetters to subtile to their workings, and yet so adamant, though in his soul will be destroyed. Bahamut lieth at the mercy of his long departed captors. It has long been held that the primals require the prayers of their faithful followers to exist, yet none alive worship Bahamut. Could it be that the elegants found a way to stimulate prayer itself? It would seem a logical explanation. It would postulate therefore that the regenerative mechanism in question is also supplying something akin of power of prayer. Consequently, if all interment hulks were to be rendered inactive, Bahamut should dissolve into the ether. Upon the evidence of our previous foray, we determined that the elder primal was sustained by 3 such binding coils. Thus did we commence to scout the realm and found in the Twelfth Woody a yet unexplored fragment of the lesser moon bearing the most familiar etheric signature. After conducting the preliminary investigation, we believed that to discover the point at which the small shroud fragment and the second the interment hulks can be entered. As the Aussie is sealed in the darkness, I would have you once more lead the charge. I will, of course, be at your side. Once you have made your preparations, head to the foreground float and make yourself known to my assistant, Serpent Lieutenant Ananel. The fallen fragment is not far from the settlement, and a precision provides a convenient rendezvous point. I will break these elegant fetters that bind my grandfather as surely as they bind Bahamut. Bahamut. You know, the more and more I learn about the elegants, the more and more I hate them. An undead emperor in a tower. They kind of deserved what they had to come to. Okay.
You ready?
According to the rank of lieutenant within the order, I shall assist Lady Elisade in endeavours here in Wildwood. Such authorities allow me to act on the soldiery and conduct a preliminary investigation of the Order Springs fragment. From what we've seen, the exterior of the structure shares many common features of the one that you explored. Nautica and likely place host to a similar complement of guardians. I fear the words alone will not prepare you for what lies ahead. Pray seek out my comrade in the south and west. He is charged with observing the current facilities. Let's go and switch to Sharp Eye Private and should unlock the second Coils. What business brings you to this broken land unless you fancy being ground into a bloody pop under the granite fist of a wandering golem? I suggest you bugger. Oh, my apologies, madam. Lady, as I did send word that your impending arrival, and it would seem I have grown rather too accustomed to shooting away careless sellswords of reckless explorers. Behold, if you will, one of the fallen shards of the Redwood Diamond. An initial survey uncovered no evidence of the Empire's presence, which, while fortunate in itself, means that the approach to the fragment is yet to be cleared. Much effort, however, has succeeded in carving out a semblance of a path would grant you access to the entrance, and that, I'm afraid, is where our progress ended. The interior, well, assuming that the architecture of this hulk resembles the first, the master controls you seek will be located at the bottommost layer, past the indigenous and deadly defences of which the ancient Allegans seemed so indecently fond. If you would know more, I'm afraid there's nothing for it to brave the depths of the fragment itself. Lady Ursula will soon be arriving at Fargrove. Pray do not tray away back to the... Please do not tally on your... Pray do not tally Teray on your way back to the lieutenant's post, and imagine your young mistress will be most eager to commence the expedition. Redhead promises peril plenty, and I would humbly suggest that this would not occasion to stint on preparation of provisions. May as well watch over you. Well, she told me to bugger off, now you're kissing my ass. You still blowing smoke up my arse. More cutscenes.
Yeah.
Mistress, okay. I trust the private's explanation was worth the journey. Simply securing an approach to the fragment entrance proved a monumental task. I dare not think what defeating its inner defences will entail. If there is naught I might do to aid you. Lady... oh, my apologies. Master Alphino. Has there been a change of plan? Your ranger informed me of the impending expedition. I merely came to exchange a few words with my fellow Siren before she disappeared into the depths of the second coil. Mino, I thought it would be. I would strenuously deny if it were she present. My sister's admiration and affection for our grandsires exceeds even my own. Upon the matter of his legacy, therefore, Alice wants to go above and beyond the call of duty. In our grandfather's absence, she has made the salvation of Eorzea her personal crusade. This was which prompted her to brave the peril of the first call. Yet the fact that she risked her life in the manner she did not the greatest of my concerns. No, this is the subsequent fixation upon my grandfather's shade which worries me most. This quest to rid the world of Bahamut must not become a quest to save a man long dead. My sister needs to have a better reason for her to fight. A time will come when the fate of the realm rests upon our soldiers, and when it does, we must be strong in our resolve, and certain of our stakes which we will risk all. There are wide differences between fighting for the good of Eorzea and fighting for the love of a man who died for the good of Eorzea. Alice must choose her path. She cannot rely on grandfather to choose it for her, for he is gone. I am glad that it is you whom she make this journey. If Alice is to discover the deeper purpose, then it is better than to find the one at the side of Eorzea's greatest champion. This was there I found mine after all. But 'tis past I was gone. Fair fortune in your endeavours, Mino. Lieutenant Arnold, was it? I'd appreciate you making no mention of my presence here to my sister. Lady Assay is due to arrive any moment. I shall abide in confident explanation of your triumphant return. Okay, second coils are now available.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's only 4 this time.
Yep. Next two are 4 or 4, aren't they?
Yep.
So this one or the final one where we got split up?
I see.
Okay, that's spooky. Cutscene time. How strange is it that we could not see this all before? I suppose it's only to be expected that the corrupted crystals would accompany a disturbance of this magnitude. After all, the fragment might likely pierce the ground to a depth of many hundred yards. The swirling ether leaking from the wound must warp the very air, creating a veil that hides these formations from view. Well, it's not as if we've expected this to be a straightforward task. Let's tread carefully, shall we, Mino? It is imperative that we win through the depths of destruction and disable the mechanism that powers Bahamut's regeneration. Of course, if we should chance to encounter my grandfather upon the way, I shall not let him go again. Not while there is hope that he may yet be saved. But mayhap we must put thoughts in our minds until we have successfully gained access to the place. That opening up ahead appears to be a suitable point of ingress.
I did a little bit of murder.
I like a bit of murder and mayhem. Where did he come from? Murder and mayhem awaits. You want them?
I can grab them.
Okay. Two.
Oh wait, this is one.
That armor. No, it couldn't be. Be on your guard, Mino. Though it defies all reason that he should live, I know the only ones who wear such armor. He whom the Empire raised to the high rank as the Black Wolf himself, the Legatus of the Seventh Legion. I speak of the madman who brought the media project to fruition. We face the White Raven, now Valdarnus, Harjabringer of the Seventh Umbral Era.
I'm gonna grab
Now
something to drink.
Valdarnus? Ah, that was the name of the fool who perished upon the eve of the promised ages of glory. It should not be so uttered within these hallowed halls. Out of the love of his loyal servant, the one true deity named me now Duus Darnus. The one true deity, Bahamut.
No.
He speaks of Bahamut. O Lord Bahamut, thy name is as sweet water to parched lips. How my heart swells with thy sacred touch. This blessed sanctum is the domain of my God and his beloved children. Seek to defy his glory and you shall answer to me. How is this possible? From what Alphanu told me, Niall was slain on the eve of the calamity. Whatever the truth of the matter, we must be on our guard. There can be no reasoning with the worshippers of a primal. He was defeated in the final raid of 1.0. outer coil. You see me leaping through?
1 second.
Just saw my character leap. Jumpy jump. Oh, this guy, this boss. I died on this one, on my own. Yeah, I died on my own. I couldn't do enough damage to damage. No free.
Nah, shit. This
3, 2, 5, 6 round. Yeah, those still protect us. I wonder if they'll add duty support to this. I am reminded of the passages beneath Cassie once the did seem travelled quite some distance below the surface. More of the tunnel in the same tunnels told us to be good. Surely they cannot continue their way down to the upper floors. It is difficult to see inside, but I'm a terrible feeling these corridors house more of the dreadful guardians. It said the elegance excelled encroaching of chromatical beasts and the Red Moon team thousands of fascinating monstrosities, all to prevent the enemies of the ancient empire from releasing the crime. I wonder the creatures that prowl these halls, they could be the beloved children that Niall spoke. Well, this is yet another mystery to ponder, and we shall upon our return. Shall we continue onwards? Jesus Christ. Or is it this one? Might have been this boss. Trying to which one was the pain in the arse. This one. Yes, it was this one. It's definitely this one. Final one now. Which is a repeat of the final zone from the final area of the hollow charts. Going back to 1.0. That surely can't be Darnwood. Where are we? Final resting place of Now Valdanis. This is a grave for the undeserving, and for the crime of trespassing upon my God's sanctuary, this shall serve to be your grave too. In the hour of his failure, Noel Valdanis got the courage to give the away his essence. Before oblivion claimed the last of him, a divine will reach out for his word. The words of my God resound in my ears. Bring unto the enemies crushing defeat, that they may know despair without end. Claim thee for us the victory thou wert granted. It would seem what little remained of Niall's essence from the Bahamut plucked him from the brink of oblivion as a result of this strange circling. Nevertheless, her aura seeks great power. She challenged the rage of the underpalm herself. Lord Bahamut, thy wish my command, and none shall escape thy unquenchable fury. Come, ye dull, unthinkable beasts, bare your teeth. They will evade you not the calamity to come.
blown off.
Yeah, another bomb. Ow, that hurt. Coils of Bahamut complete. One more set to go. More of heat. Get the third one. You did you cheek. Cutscene time!
Nap time.
Poor creature. Would that you have been born? Would that you have never been born? And you have surrendered your physical form and collapsed into ether. But Bahamut denied you death and imprisoned what little left of you as an ether, an ethereal cell resembling what I wonder, images of your own memory, perhaps. But that shell is now broken, and your primal deity seems disinclined to sustain your essence. My primal deity, I need to know an icon. What need I have, I beg for in favour for such filth. I am now Valdan, as legatus of the 7th Legion. No, a moment. My thoughts are clouded, but this body's not my own. Could it be that you spoke the truth? I was enshrouded by the lesser moon's ancient prisoner? That should not happen again. You speak as if Bahamut no longer controls you, but that's impossible. Once a primal ensnares a mind, it cannot be freed. Unless perhaps simply relinquish his claim. What need has he of a broken spirit bound for the ethereal realm? Oh, that I should fall prey to the very influence I sought to purge from the iron. The irony is golden. But it's not assured that all my actions were chosen from me. It was my will that the Meteor project was resurrected, mine and none other. It would seem my grand designs were destined to fail. Even the ungentle release of death was denied me. Now, please, you must tell us more of the calamity. You must know the truth of what befallen the world, or what became of my grandfather Archon Louis. You are Louis' grandchild. The fates are generous with their cruelty. Continue on, if you would have your answers. They will await you in the terminus of your path. But know that this path leads only to despair. The light of the truth is ever harsh and forgiving. Why do you say his grandfather will be freed once we put a stop to Bahamut's restoration, will he not? What are you not telling us? Steel yourself, child. An unbending resolve and merciless strength can conquer what lies ahead. The weak can do naught but weep under the poor power of their own misery, as did the frail child I once was. Silence, chattering raven, your wretched wings are broken, and you shall soar no more. my crimson moon, the brilliance sears my eyes. I recognise that voice, Mino, but never would he say such words. Come, let us finish what we came to do. All will be put all right when the final Hulk rainstorm. Grandfather will be free, he'll be himself again, I'm sure of it. Bahamut regenerates more swiftly than I've anticipated. Let's hope that the disabling this coil will serve the solar process. The display seems different when the controls appear to mimic the mechanism we found on the Nautican Hulk, but with poison, that's a poison problem. Why couldn't they hire voice actors for this? Mino, forgive me. The moment I beheld Niall's transformation, hope watered my heart. I do not believe you could stand against the manifestation of Bahamut's power. For you have fabled strength and skill, I'm certain then that I was going to lose you, as I lost my grandfather. Even he, a man of whom naught seemed impossible, was humbled before Bahamut's might. And yet, look how far we have come. Tis incredible defeats of which we are capable, our boundless potential. 'Tis was the capacity for greatness I believe that grandfather so dearly wished to project. With all that has occurred, I have come to understand that much at least. Tis done. We shall make our way back to the surface and gather our thoughts. We have seen much that we have benefited and enjoyed the learning perspective. Grandfather, is it you? Then why? Abandon this quest, as I say. I will not countenance further sabotage of the Coils. Sabotage? But we must disable the cause of it to prevent Bahamut's revival. Your defiance seals your fate. No, you are not who I thought you were. My grandfather would never. Foolish girl. How could the White Raven allow herself to be bested by such stupid opponents? Listen well, we all exist at the pleasure of one divine will, and the word of Lord Bahamut is absolute. Scurry back to you into your holes, vermin. You have been granted this one reprieve. But should you be so foolish to crawl into my lord's domain again, I will crush the life of you myself. That light of the grandfather's eyes, he suffered the same fate as mine. My grandsire is no more. It is naught but a phantom that profanes his noble memory. This mockery must be expunged. I will not rest until I free grandfather's soul from Bahamut's tyranny. Do you hear me, Bahamut? Your time is at an end. Yours and my family will be avenged. I don't think he cares. Bahamut has made it pretty clear he doesn't give a shit. Let us say his resolve. Truly it is wonderful to escape that stifling air and return to Northumberland again, it would appear. But I must thank you, Mino. If for your bravery, I would strongly doubt that I would be standing here now. But you need not tarry at my account. Dangerous past. Pray go ahead and appraise your own joy of all that has occurred. I will join you when my thoughts are yet unruly. I will rest here for a while. But first, inventory clean. Pray return to the waking times. Yay.
Huh? No, thank you.
I'll dump all these coffers on you. That makes answers, does it? Done. Back to the waking sands. Let's get this siren done with, shall we? I know this next bit definitely needs 2 people. I had to kill myself. Yeah, I had to kill myself to be able to complete it on the own.
Really?
Yeah, it's the bit where you have to, I think you have to split into off a path, and you have to deactivate two different sections. And you can't go back. So the only way is death. Which was interesting. As it essentially tied in, oh shit, cut him off. Triumph hero doth return, thy eyes speak of a dread task completed, the second coil now lieth dormant. Yet I sense tidings thou behest are not altogether glad. Pray tell me, what ill hath cast shadow would falleth across thy bow? An old foe and an old friend. So 'tis was but an ethereal shadow of Master Louis while the Lady Alice beheld an unnatural conjuration of in the frail of an elder in the frail of the elder primal, that the fiend should design to choose him of all men, even in the full knowledge of the shade's true nature, it would be hard pressed to weather such a confrontation. Yet what agonies must young mistress have eluded? Such torrent did she no deserve. Mayhap it was better if Lady Alice did absent herself from future forays into the Coils. I have come too far to surrender to grief, Ronji. My lady, I am resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries. As you wish, my lady. By your leave, I shall speak first of the first cause, late guardian, Valdanas. Now Valdanas was the legatus of the Gallian Empire who strove to bring about the origins of destruction, only to fall even as the sixth sun did set. If thou had heard the tales of the White Raven, yet he would heed when they speak. I say, for Nile was so certainly no maid. The noble house of Valdanas, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of those of Alec. It was thus that the legatus came to know the true nature of Dynamite and seek to employ the red moon as a weapon against the illusion. But the crystal tower and its mechanism required to command the satellite, yet lay hidden beneath the ground, compelling now to construct a far less subtle mechanism. And in his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dynamite, did likely rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. Thenceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut. He was fortunate indeed to acquire such powerful frail by chance. 'Tis little wonder he did so loath part with him. Why, yet a simple thing like death deprive one of such a useful pawn. Though he may accuse the bludgeoning Valdanas' resurrection, I dare say Bahamut was content to have a handmaiden as a man's servant. I only hope that the two thralls we encountered were exempt of his flock. Yet I cannot help but dwell on Now's word to these beloved children of whom he spoke. I assume that the first we will revere that he referred to the moon's ghast beastly guardians, but should have enslaved other mortals. We must needs remove this sort of worship, otherwise our efforts to disable the Coils shall be for naught. Forgive me, my lady's indelicacy. Forgive my indelicacy, my lady. Thou art wise indeed to speak of the expunging the primal's frail, but thou truly pursue a course of which cost thy wine's own ransom. My heart and mind are as one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won but by a single method, destruction of Bahamut, and naught that might serve this sustaining. Mino, while you were enjoying our endeavour to ascertain the existence of any further fragments, just you grant yourself a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment I am needing your invaluable talents. That we have achieved so much I owe you. I fear, however, that our trials have barely begun. Though time has dwelled the pain of thy passing, I find I am wounded afresh. Master Louis, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be duty of every true Charlian. Yet when even new revelations serve only to heap further anguish upon those whom Maeve would fain protect, must we truly reach more? So you have found your resolve, dear sister. Will you now find the use of a secret for the key that only you and I hold? Given a familiar preciosity for curiosity. Preciosity? Is that even a fucking word? You would well be to remember that the keys may serve to seal doors as well as unlock them, and Bahamut is most unwelcome guest to whom the door should never have been opened. Fragments of truth. Man is wont to cast light whoever's secret lie hidden. Darkness, though, which we illuminate seldom bringeth him joy. So is it that such unhappy truths as Bahamut immense shadow both concern. Those conceal, yet ever onward forgiveth master, mistress Alice, undeterred by burden of knowledge that the weight leave heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path that hath chosen the painful one. I prefer, Mino, remain by her side as a valiant blade, and that might see her quest to its conclusion. Mino, it is well that you are here. My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Ranger, and I should be grateful for your counsel. You know Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath cartoony flats even as we speak. If we are to prevent this return, we need to disable the 2 remaining internment hulks to sustain him. But every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, I have determined the location of the fragments of dynamite leading to the hulks. I have been unable to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step to your perilous undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, didst thou not that the dread primal had bound the shade of Valdanus unto his will? And though thou didst consign the fallen legatus to blessed oblivion, thou mayest recall that the precise wretch was not alone. Doubt not but the Bahamut's other thralls shall seek to hinder thy passage. You can say his name, Ranger. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I will remind you that I most often remind myself that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defieth his memory. The vile verbiage that spreadeth form from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh from your grandsire, but Bahamut himself. You need not worry, Andre. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words will not take us to whither we must go, and as I said, I have been able to find a way to enter the fragments of dynamite. My lady, I much suggest you visit the fragments again with Mino's company. Full have of warrior light sets events in motion to virtue of her presence alone. 'Tis impossible that she may do so again. I the while shall search for the answers of my own by our efforts combined. Full sure I am that the path shall be revealed to us in the ere long. Were anyone else, I'd ask you a question of wisdom of such advice, yet I cannot deny that I would say that about Mino, what you say about Mino is true. Very, very well, I shall do as you suggest. Assuming that there's no objection, of course. Good. Now in the secret entry to the 2 fragments of dynamite. One lies in the burning wall in the eastern town, and the other in the singing shards in the dome. Left in the occasion in instructions to continue searching for means of ingress. It's not impossible that we can find, as we've since found, something useful to us. Let's begin by visiting my man at the burning wall. Decks, I think it was. So let's take you to visit the decks.
A lot of cutscenes.
A lot of cutscenes. Mind you, a lot of it's his own little quest, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that, considering its importance, it's not required to play to do these. I mean, these pretty much tie off 1.0. Go past X. I flew past him. I say, you are not Mistress. Are you not Mistress Akea? My lady's most faithful companion. Since, madam, at your service. I may I say, what an honour it is to meet you. How goes the survey, Dex? My lady, it shames me to say that I have found no variable path to the fragment. Though it stands there before my very eyes, the way XIV is thus far proven impossible. When the fragment fell, it pierced the land and an even prestigious amount of ether to spew forth. 'Tis was that gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear we may struggle to reach it. We cannot give up. Keep trying. So near and yet so far. Well, that avails us not to stand here and stare at the thing. Let us away to Maldona and try the other fragments. Perhaps the soonest is fared better. Upon that note, my lady, there's something I must tell you. I'm sorry to report I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the singing shards are home to many creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue fear, I fear something unspeakable might happen to Dex. What did you... You didn't give me strength. You must hurry to my sister's aid, Mino. Damn map. Thank you, adventurer. For the moment there, I feared my bones were to be ground up and used to bake bread. I am relieved to see you are unharmed. Is it wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you? Oh, my lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Tis was nothing at all, I assure you. If it pleases you, I shall report my findings. As you can see, though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but it's likely to take time, and we're really no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is only Confound it. We're losing precious time. What are we to do now? It is I, Oriondre. Glad tidings I have for thee and my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found, to which thou mayest enter the remaining fragments of diamond. Pray escort Lady Alice, Mistress Alice to the selling and processing department of the family. There it shall be made clear. Where Andreas found a way, then we must go to him at once. I'll go as quick as I can. So many cutscenes. My apologies for summoning you thus from afar, my lady, but 'tis here your journey may finally begin. I did wonder, to my knowledge, there is no fragments in Northern Fanland. Nor are you mistaken, my lady, yet a pathway does exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the binding court, it was a crystal notion that lie to the north of this place and keep it merged, was it not? Yes, and the ethereal stream brought us back to the surface. That much I had surmised, but I suggested that we could use it to return. And even if it were possible, it would be not simply bear us back to those places which we already explored. It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that two interment holes may share the self-same ether press. From this, we did infer that the others may connect it in likewise. Thus did we labour along to the very existence of the further charge to tributaries of the self-same steam, which the task were at length success. It was then but a matter of arriving at solutions to the problem of travelling an untuned destination. That one might reach that we may call the headwater. We propose to employ a modified etherite, which severeth to apply and amplify such ripples to originate from the source. God, is annoying. By focusing one essence upon these ripples, it is possible to make the journey yet be fairly warm, my lady. As with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method is frail, it's in danger merely to attempt the voyage could cost you your life. That is the risk I'm willing to take. You were brilliant, Orioje. But I'm curious, did you have assistance from forming this plan? I could not help notice your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to using the majestic plural in our absence. No, my lady. Nay, my lady. As you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavour. Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy is to be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it. Yeah, surely this will unlock it. So it must be modified. So that must be the modified etherite. But what are the immortal flames doing here? These men may be sworn to the house flames of Valdar, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Levier. Alphino. So it was you who's been helping out Orioje. Who else could it be, dear sister? Least you worry. I have no intention of making details of your venture public. Like you, I prefer to avoid causing panic. But given which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help from when it is offered. Would you agree? At the very least, do not be cross with Andre. It was at my behest that he kept silent. We will speak later. We will speak later. Say forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judge to meet with that Master Alpha be informed. Though your grandsire have become a Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins, and he must needs be struck down. Did you hear that, Alphino? I mean to strike down grandfather, and when I am done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the ether. Nothing you say shall sway me from my cause. I will protect the rules here, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. So you still do not know that what you yourself desire. Your actions are driven only by a borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting the rules was grandfather's goal, and we made it ours, both of us. That's why we came here, unless you've forgotten. For God's forbid I have never forgotten, Alistair. But you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If you were your own, you would be able to tell precisely why you desire to fervently to protect the yours. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as the which springs from within. Why did they hire voice actors?
You done with the cutscenes yet?
No, still got be to plain, no objection to striking down whatever left of grandfather. Know, however, that I will accompany you this time as the son of Lavier. As the son of Lavier, House Lavier, I will be preserved for the final moments. Very well, you may join us, but on one condition: I make the decision.
No.
Bitch, please. If you please me, lady, the name's Elkenrad. Our preparations are just about complete. When you are ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word, and I'll be waiting for you at the Castellarium processing plant. Pray no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, and you and I together we shall see our journey to its end. Right, you should unlock it. One more cutscene to go. One more speaking out of their fucking voice live stream. I've been waiting for you, Mr. Sakaya. Please say that the Aetherites primed and ready. As you know, the remaining interment hulks are connected to the fragments of East Dona and Mordona. It is to be the former that we are seeing from you first. Now you'll be standing inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover such much ground. The drawback being fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything for the lady's sake. About recorded to tell you when your preparations are in order, just give me the word and I shall send you on your way. May even throw in a prayer for your speedy return. And done. Final core Bahamut now accessible.
Yay. Let's go.
Let's go. It's me, Mario. I think it's just the one we've got split up. Thing. Central decks for 46, 60 below. So this is how it looks on the inside. This interment hulk still functions. Teleportation was a success. We have come to the right place. There's no telling how much further Bahamut has regenerated since we last beheld him. Let us make haste to the main bridge to deactivate the coil. These are receptacles similar to those in the previous hulk. These held cylindrical beasts. The only elegans know what other abominations may be sleeping within. They may well be part of the Bahamut's internal defences. We must stay on our guard at all times. I think we might be the second one, actually. I'm not too sure. That's how I feel.
Give me a second.
Okay, then. True horror of the elegans now behest. God. An ice cream cup.
If you want the gear on this,
Sorry?
if you want the gear on this,
Yeah.
it's from the final core. Just look at this.
Okay. Why the 12 dragons and so many? Were we aware that the elegants possessed the means to control the creatures, but to imprison them is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate on my worst enemy. I would. It is plain that no love was lost between the elegants and the dragons, but this is truly necessary to keep so great a number here. Bahamut did not want the defences to be difficult. We have experienced firsthand such guardians as elegant created, but living and unliving, were they truly so less capable of defending intruders. Tell me something, Alistair. Have you managed to determine by whose will Bahamut exists? No, I am not. At first I assumed Bahamut had no people of his own, but the elegance of preserve perhaps discovered a way to assimilate prairie servants. However, Niall's words gave me full cause to reconsider specifically the shady mention of Bahamut's beloved children. From that, I inferred that Primal has been given form by the worshipers whom we have yet to. Oh. God strike me down for a blind fool. Bahamut's beloved children right before my very eyes. How could I be so stupid? Who else but the dragons of Eld would summon Bahamut? Who else could sustain him? To think I wondered why the elegans kept him in prison. Should even the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. For this reason, the Elegant Empire kept such an army of dragons here in a perpetual state of duress, that they might sustain their crown's existence. True, the Elegant endurance knew no bounds, and neither did their cruelty. Small wonder the Bahamut was so enraged. Let no one deny that it was the man who sowed the seeds for calamity. Will you now return your hatred towards our own kind, dear sister? Do not patronise me, Alphinaud. I merely acknowledge our guilt. At least you no doubt I have no intention of allowing Bahamut to lay the world to waste regardless of the atrocities the elegants committed against his kind. I have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thrall. It would seem reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the primal regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, they all should perish. Let us press on. Yep, number 2. It says turn 1 has ended, so I guess turn 2 now. Regeneration grid. 6, 8, 35 yards.
I think it's this one we split up.
Yeah.
Will you be alright?
I should be. I will be.
And let's do this one. Go on this same side.
You can go back on this one, it's the one further down you can't. This one.
because you can't go back. Yeah, we need to split up here. Come back and stand here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna try and go to the other side.
Okay. This is the only one that I had to if I was higher, I'd do it. Bitch slap him. See. Kaela. Wait, this looks like a model of Donald. For millennia, Bahamut must have gazed upon his unchanging view, trapped inside a prison that was scarcely large enough to contain him, unable to move, denied the release of death. How his hatred for man must have burned. And that hatred found indeed an ideal vessel in our dance. In many ways, Bahamut is to be pitied, not loathed. But knowing the true extent of his fury, I am more convinced of the necessity for our endeavour. Besides, he's not the only soul that cared and cried out for vengeance. Okay. Numero 3.
Gods,
Well,
he is almost whole again.
What's acting? You saved my voice.
His size is staggering. I can scarce imagine how Grandfather stood against such a monstrosity.
This cannot be allowed to proceed any further. Let us disable the coil and move on. Grandfather? No, that man is dead. I will not dishonor my beloved grandsire's memory by calling you such. You are but his twisted shame, the thrall of a mad primal.
You were foolish to disregard my warning, child. Are you so convinced of your own righteousness?
'Tis the rightness of our path that led us to return. Eorzea will never be safe whilst Bahamut remains to threaten all we hold dear. What of the hero who gave his life in defense of the realm? Do you truly dispute the justice of our cause?
My poor, ignorant grandchildren. Your world is shaped by naught but recent conflict. Listen, and I will speak to you of justice. 'Twas in the twilight of the third astral era. The southern land of Mericidia suffered invasion at the hands of the Allagan Empire. With no atrocity too depraved for their purpose, the forces of Allig were unstoppable in their advance. Desperate for salvation, the dragons prayed to one of their first brood, to their ancestor Bahamut. Infused by the power of their fervent supplications, Bahamut arose from the abyss of death and took wing as the Mericidians' newborn god. Yet this great miracle would only serve to further the maniacal designs of the dragon's imperial conquerors. The cruel fetters which bind my lord stand testament to the Allagan's boundless greed and hubris. I once summoned the 12 in an attempt to forestall the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. What then did the dragons of Mericidia do that I did not? Wherefore are they accursed and I exalted? 'Tis man's overweening belief in his own primacy that blinds him to the commonness of his condition and the truth of his own tyranny. As long as man is suffered to remain, the dragons shall never be at peace. Only when the plague of people has been expunged shall the children of Lord Bahamut be free. Then shall the world know true justice.
Stop it! Grandfather would never say such things. His belief that people were worth saving never faltered. He had faith in their strength. that they could stand together and push back against the darkness seeking to shape them.
A false hope. 'Tis folly to place one's faith in so flawed a race. Stand together? Huh. They would first need to agree on which direction to face. If history teaches us anything, it is that man cannot find common ground between his own 2 feet. Even you, twins whose veins run with the same blood, struggle to fathom each other's reasoning. You hide your differing agendas behind the convenient banner of Eorzea's salvation. Given your obvious self-interest, can you truly claim no kinship with the Oligon? And though I hope they might bring you closer, 'twould seem that the twin grimoires I bestowed upon you were a wasted gesture.
There may well be truth in your judgment of Alize and me, but such a one-sided tirade bemoaning the evils of man rings false, coming from the lips of Archon Louisoix. Tell me, do you champion the cause of dragons because Bahamut compels you as his thrall? Or is it because you yourself have transcended the limits of man's existence?
Ah, so the possibility did not escape your notice. What I prayed for, what I have become. These are the keys that unlock the truth behind Eorzea's rebirth. If you would have them, then you must needs take them by force. Come, rend this divine form asunder and claim your answers.
Phoenix.
But I thought... No. He has become a primal?
It is difficult, I know, but you must accept it. That entity is no phantom or imposter. It is our beloved grandsire.
Please, for his sake and for ours, you must defeat our grandfather.
Come, my budding saviour. If you'll allow us.
Flowers of death.
I think it's the vulnerable hidden cutscene.
Grandfather is truly gone this time. But better it end this way than the alternative.
I am yet here, Alize, my dear, sweet granddaughter.
Grandfather?
I must thank you, warrior of light. Without your valor, I might never have broken free of Bahamut's control. These last few moments are mine, to live as the man I once was.
This is all that I wanted. Yet, now that it is happening, I find myself struggling to believe it. Is it really you?
Grandfather, pray forgive me my insolence. It was not my intent to demean you.
Forgive you? I am proud of you, child. You were wise enough to deduce the manner of creature I had become. Alfino, Alize, if any here should beg forgiveness, it is I.
Grandfather, I must ask, will you not tell us what befell during the calamity?
Yes, yes, of course. You have come far to hear the truth. Let us then begin the tale at the Battle of Cartano, where clashed the forces of the Garlean Empire and the Eorzean Alliance. 'Twas there in the sky above the surging armies that the elder primal Bahamut broke free of the Red Moon Bahamut. In an effort to contain this avatar of destruction, I called upon the 12 to aid me in the creation of a prison of ether. But Bahamut would not be caged by such feeble bars. Too vast was his might, too fierce his rage. Little choice remained to me. I used the last of my strength to entrust our hope unto the future, and prepared to meet my end.
Yeah, you need a secret cutscene. spectacular, even after all these years.
As you have no doubt surmised, I did not perish. When the cage built from the essences of the 12 was destroyed, the sky was filled with a colossal cloud of ether. This drifting energy responded to the prayers of those fighting below, and to my own desperate wish that the dying realm be saved by infusing me with the power of a primal. I became the immortal phoenix, ancient symbol of rebirth. Rising into the sky, I struck Bahamut with all my newfound strength. The blow shattered his earthly form, and a shower of ether rained down upon the land. Thus began the rejuvenation of Eorzea. Believing the deed done, I relinquished my hold on that staggering energy, desirous that it should be returned to the realm without delay. But I had not reckoned on Bahamut's tenacious will. Even as he teetered upon the cusp of oblivion, the dragon reached out to claim me. Alas, within my fast fading form, enough remained of the Phoenix's energy to offer Bahamut a hold, and he dragged me along in his wake.
And thus began your existence as the Elder Primal's thrall.
I cannot help but wonder at his will to survive. Though he was all but obliterated, Bahamut found a way to seize the power you surrendered. That would explain why part of his physical form survived to be entombed underground.
It would also explain why Eorzea was so terribly warped. Even as the land sought to restore itself, the returning flow of ether was cut off.
Very good. When his grip on existence was once again secured, Bahamut did not cease his feast until he had consumed every last mote of ether that yet floated in the air.
And still he was not fully restored.
You must remember that by this time, much of the freed ether had already returned to the land. That which remained was not sufficient to reconstruct so massive a form in its entirety. But there did not need to be. Not for a being sustained by the marvels of Allagan technology. As long as some piece of Bahamut persists, the Coils will seek it out and continue their regenerative task. The fragments of Dalamud appear motionless from the surface, but deep beneath the ground they had been searching, tunneling through rock and soil towards their escaped prisoner. And, as you have observed for yourselves, they found his heart. Warrior of Light, heed me. You must put a stop to Bahamut's regeneration. Whether it be for man or for dragonkind, the question of justice is irrelevant. The Elder Primal will leave naught but a smoldering wasteland for both his children and ours. I beg you to defend Eorzea and guide its people to the future they yet struggle to find. This portal will take you to the final internment hulk. 'Tis time for the tale of Bahamut and his part in the calamity to come to an end. Alvino, Alize, pray, come closer. Your hopes and dreams must no longer be an extension of mine. You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm, your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
Of course, Grandfather. I have already made it my mission to see this newborn Eorzea survive and flourish.
Alize, while I was yet enthralled to Bahamut, you spoke of my faith in man's strength. Know that your words reached me, imprisoned though my soul still was. So forceful was your conviction, I wonder if that belief has not become your own. Perhaps, after all your anger and sorrow was spent, you found something greater within you. See this fight to its culmination. 'Tis also your strength in which I have faith.
Thank you for everything. Pray, take your rest, Grandfather. You deserve it.
There are records of an art that allowed one to summon the power of a primal from the essence of its demise. And though I am no true primal, all that I have left, I give to you. Alfino, Alize, my darling grandchildren. May light's blessings ever keep and protect you.
Come, Warrior of Light. Our task remains undone.
Finally. Ready for the final one?
Yep. It's Bahamut himself, isn't it?
Bahamut Prime. Bahamut Prime.
He doesn't look very happy.
"'Twas a long and arduous road, but at last we reach its end. Farewell, Bahamut. I banish you back to the ether." He is not yet whole. I did not think him capable.
Underestimate the power of dragons.
Alize! Alize!
I had thought it finally over. I will not survive another blast. Is this how I honor my promise to Grandfather?
You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm. Your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
I will, Grandfather. In fact, I believe I already have. That reason has been with me all along, guiding me. Eorzea's blade of light, shearing through endless shrouds of darkness. I have been shown the miraculous feats of which we are all capable, of which I am capable. Bahamut, you have wreaked enough havoc. I will not let your wrathful fires consume all that we know and love.
How long I have waited to hear you say that. You have found your resolve at last. Let me join my strength to yours. In this place, in this moment, our purpose has become one. Future of Eorzea!
This last task is yours, Warrior of Light. You must destroy Bahamut's crystal core.
And I'm going to get fucked by this music. Oh, am I in deep shit? I acknowledge that it's still copyright square. Really copy of answers.
Ah, dang it. Don't worry, I have it already.
Yeah.
Yep.
For your help.
No.
You for gun.
Yeah, but I want the weapon coffer.
I've left.
You did it!
Actually,
You're in a cutscene. It's still here.
damn it. Sorry. Should probably pass. I apologise.
Shameful display.
I thought it would have kicked me out of the
No.
cuts. Sorry. Shameful display.
Yes.
Yes, definitely cuts.
But one task remains.
Gonna need your help doing it on my alts. So I get them weapons.
Shall return the favour?
With this last coil disabled, there shall be naught
Well,
left to
use
bind
my,
Bahamut to this world.
stage
His beloved children will finally know peace.
Can contribute to some damage.
Why Bahamut?
"'Tis done. He is truly gone." You knew, didn't you? You knew what Grandfather had become.
I was not certain, but from all I had gleaned, it seemed a distinct possibility. The scene people describe of the Battle of Cartano was one of unimaginable devastation, and 'tis through the combined prayers of the desperate and an abundant source of ether that primals are born. I merely put two and two together.
And you consider that a sufficient explanation? Well, however you stumbled across your theory, 'twas this revelation that made you wary of my attachment to Grandfather. You feared that in my obsession I would fall under his primal sway. Is that why you decided to join us? To pull me back should I show signs of wavering?
Pray forgive me, sister. I wished only to protect you. Yet I see now that I needn't have doubted the strength of your conviction.
Yeah.
May I ask you a question? What do you now intend to do with the truth you have uncovered?
Which particular truth was that, brother? The fact that desperate prayer gave rise to the primal phoenix? That this new god was responsible for setting Eorzea on the path to rebirth? Should such a tale become common knowledge, people would soon offer up their prayers in earnest. They would beseech Phoenix to complete the healing that was begun.
Yet as you and I know all too well, the very act of calling forth this savior would do more harm to the land than good. We cannot encourage such worship for this very reason. Were Grandfather forced to return as an ether-draining primal, it would undo all that he had worked to protect. Your abiding love for him was the key that unlocked the truth of the calamity. But keys may also serve to seal doors that were best left unopened. Let your love now guide your actions, and lock away deep inside the fate of both Grandfather
Thank you very much for
and
helping.
Bahamut.
And no worries. I'll see you in the morning.
Yep, see you in the morning.
Yeah, toodaloo.
Bye.
Fear not, Alfino. I understand what must be done. The realm need not know the truth for it to be saved. That the Elder Primal is banished, to return no more. That is enough. Let us make our way back to the surface. Poor Oriange must be beside himself with worry.
And here we are again. After all the deceit and all the descent into darkness and desolation of Northumberland seems perishable. As promised, I shan't reveal the truth of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances that the threat of a new primal was gone. Kept in the dark, however long, 'tis only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let us recommend that the fragments of Dalamud are sealed off, that the truth may rest undisturbed. But first, we must go and report to Oriange. It would not do to keep him in suspense. I dare say we shall find him pacing up and down the cerulean process. The warrior of light returneth undeemed from the depths of darkness. By fire triumphant bearing, I take it thou hast succeeded in thy mission, and yet art not art alone. Mistake me not, dear friend. Full glad am I at a safe return, but where, pray, are Master Alphino and Mistress Alice? Here, my friend, forgive our lateness. We took the scenic route. Bahamut is no more. The realm is safe. By the heavens, look at you. What horrors your young eyes must have seen, what suffering your young bodies must have borne. Pray tell, where are you hurt? Your wounds must needs be cleansed and dressed at once. I shall make you a portcullis without dwarf. It is, my friend. We are how and whole, I assure you. We took a few tumbles, but the worst about our hurts and our healed. I believe we have Grandfather to thank for that. Master Levissois, then you met him once more. But wherefore should Bahamut's thrall seek to ease your suffering? I promise to reveal to you all in due course, dear friend, but first there is a matter which requires our immediate attention. Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deemed it best to bar entry to all of the fragments of Dalamud. To this end we will convince the nation's leaders that the danger is past and invite their cooperation, ensuring that the fragments are never again disturbed. Come, let us depart and seek an audience with them forthwith. A moment, sister. You need not burden yourself with this task. J and I am more than suffice. Might you take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you have earned it. But I'm fine, brother. Besides, you have been through as much as I have. Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way. No, I nought to be further from the truth, fallacy. My lady, 'tis the earnest belief that your brother hath your best interest at heart. You have more than done your part, and he desires but to relieve you of the burden he might easily bear alone. I have some experience treating with dignitaries, you must allow, and as you never fail to remind me of my fondness of diplomacy, I feel only right to remind you of your aversion to it. Then it is settled. Andre, pray make arrangements for the chocobo carriage. The ride should give us ample time to prepare our story. Alpha now. Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not? But of course, dear sister, that which we have just achieved together stands as a testament to that fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our hearts shall ever lead us to the same end. Of that I am certain. Thank you. There's a place I would visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? But first, I do believe a change of garments is in order. It won't take a moment. The landscape is the same, of course. There is no reason that it would be otherwise. Though it would be poetic for the fragments to magically disappear, I am aware that they will remain long after you and I are gone. The world may change irrecoverably, but the life shall ever go on. Let us have a closer look, shall we? I have no doubt that Alphino will do an admirable job concealing the truth of the calamity. And such truths as were revealed to the dark depths would never see the light of day. I must agree to that it must be so. But the thought that the peoples of Eorzea shall forever remain ignorant of their saviour, of your deeds, the justice of it might almost too much for me to bear. How typical for you, Mino. Even the heroine, ever the heroine, Even so, I can't deny that I feel much better for your assurances. I want you to know that I will never forget that you are the one who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Yulzir from Bahamut's wrath. And the thought that these great deeds will never be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forevermore by every soul who calls this realm home. Yes, this spot will do. For Grandfather, Nail and the dragons of Mycelia. For all those who have taken by the calamity. At long last, our struggle with Bahamut is over. The realm, giving you life through the prayers and sacrifices of countless souls, may look to a brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventures has settled, I shall embark on a journey. I will find my own reason to fight for Eorzea. When I do, I will fight with all my being. You have done so much for me, Mino. One day, I will hope to be able to pay you in kind. I have no doubt that you will continue to help those in need and grow ever stronger in doing so. I shall endeavour to do the same, and if the 12 are kind, I hope one day to become Eorzea's sword in the darkness as you are. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alphen. When we next meet, I promise I shall not disappoint you. Till that day, farewell, my friend, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. And so, there's the Coils of Bahamut. There's the title. Need to find a witness. The 7th astral era is secure as long as the Archon is ever at our sides. Very puff. When asked why the Goldsmith Guild began to manufacture one delivery removals before even drawing on designs of their wind-up Louis Soir, Single greatest hero in history of history. Guild Master scientifically replied, Muggles are cuter. Okay, and with that, that is the end of part 30. When we return in part 31, which will be, we'll be back onto the story arc, and we'll be facing off against Leviathan, I believe. Yeah, that's what the into the mouse, brilliant mouse room is. Not too sure, but we'll find out anyway. When I pray return to the Rising Stones, which is pretty different to do. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, comments are welcome, and I appreciate your thumbs up as well. And I will see you in part 31. Till then, bye bye.